The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Angela Lagunzad. The mastermind in the killing of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo will be revealed soon. That's according to Justice Secretary Boyeng Remulla. The police earlier said an extrajudicial confession from the suspects have been submitted. Part of this are details regarding the supposed mastermind. Remulla also refused to confirm if the mastermind is a politician.
I only have read the preliminary statements that were done, and I can say that the end is near. Malapit na ho itong masarado, except for that all the perpetrators have not been rounded up. Sa statement kasi na binigay ng witness, then that will already say everything. Mahirap magbigay ng detalye pa. Sinasabi ko lang that a mastermind is being pointed to already.
Meanwhile, Remulla has not spoken to Negros Oriental 3rd District Congressman Arnolfo Teves, who has denied involvement in Degamo's murder.
Sir, may mga final din po yesterday na mga murder charges po against him. Allegedly, sir, may inutusan daw po siyang ipapatay
2019 cases, yes. But what you know is as much as I know.
Nakausap niyo po ba si Congressman Arnie Teves?
Ako hindi ko siya nakakausap. The last time I talked to him was, nagpunta siya rito mga 3 months ago, I think.
As the DOJ Secretary mentioned, Congressman Arnolfo Teves Jr. is now facing criminal charges over killings in Negros Oriental back in 2019. The PNP Criminal Investigation and Detection Group and family members of the supposed victims were named as complainants. The complainants' lawyers said that witnesses have identified Teves as the mastermind in 3 separate killings. One of the victims was former Provincial Board member Miguel Lopez Dungog, who was killed in front of a hospital in Dumaguete.
They were summoned by allegedly, they were summoned by Congressman Teves, gave them the instructions to assassinate these victims, at marami pa silang detalye na sinabi. Yung sinasabi ng mga ito ay dahil kalaban sa politika. Especially si dating board member Miguel Dungog.
The case filing came 3 days after the assassination of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo, one of Teves's political rivals. The complainants' camp said that they have long been building up the case against Teves, and the filing merely coincided with the death of Degamo. Congressman Teves has denied any involvement in the killing of the governor. In other news, today is International Women's Day, and Vice President Sara Duterte celebrated it in Laguna. The full story from mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez reporting live to us. Yes, Pam, what can you tell us?
Angela, Vice President Sara Duterte led the launch of the Magnegosyo Taday, a livelihood program that was initiated by the VP when she was still mayor of Davao City. The program aims to give livelihood to women in the community, especially marginalized ones such as single parents, PWDs, survivors of violence, displaced OFWs, the unemployed, indigenous peoples, and even members of the LGBTQ community. Earlier in Laguna, 45 beneficiaries were chosen from various barangays, most of whom live near the bay. They will undergo financial literacy and business management trainings with the help of the LGU and NGO. The beneficiaries will be given 5,000 pesos as capital for their livelihood, which will use water lilies found at the bay. This will be harvested and processed to make bags, papers, and placemats which they can sell. Angela, earlier we also saw former President and incumbent House Senior Deputy Speaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo at the event. But she did not give any speech nor granted media interviews. Angela?
Thank you, Pamela Vasquez. More stories coming your way after a quick break. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Angela Lagunzad. Maynilad has announced water interruptions in some parts of Parañaque and Pasay City starting tonight. In Parañaque, Don Bosco, Marcelo Green Merville, Moonwalk, San Antonio. San Isidro and 201 will have water problems between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. beginning March 18 to 10. The same will be experienced in Barangays 181 to 185 and 201 in Pasay City. Maynilad said that the interruption is due to prolonged water turbidity. Affected consumers are also advised to store enough water when supply is available.
I-give siyempre nila yung kailangan nilang tubig at ganoon din sa mga mas mabababang lugar. May ilan na lang tayong mga customers na naghihintay na mag-build up pa yung pressure sa lugar nila.
The House has approved on second reading the bill for a constitutional convention to amend the 1987 Constitution. This comes a day after the accompanying resolution completely hurdled the lower chamber. Albay Representative Edsa Lagman questioned the rush to discuss the details of CONCON when senators have yet to tackle it. Lagman says House lawmakers' efforts may be in vain, especially since the push at the upper chamber is for a constituent assembly.
Premature for us to assume that this resolution about House number 6 will be approved by the Senate and will be implementable. We might be exercising inutility here. I move to suspend consideration of House Bill number 7352 for being premature and an exercise in futility.
I object to the motion of the Honorable Distinguished Gentleman from Albay.
Gabriela Party List Representative Arlene Brosas also flagged the provision empowering the Senate President and House Speaker to appoint 63 of over 300 CONCON delegates. Cagayan de Oro Representative Rufus Rodriguez defended the provision.
Because this is not an appointment to executive positions. This is an appointment to a constituent convention. That never is it an executive function. Because this is not an executive function, then therefore the President has no authority under the Constitution to appoint. These are not executive officers.
Here's a quick look at today's other top stories. The MMDA has designated an exclusive motorcycle lane along Commonwealth Avenue for the safety of riders. This is located on the third lane from the sidewalk. The scheme will have a dry run on March 9, while the target of official implementation is on March 19. The Finance Department is recommending additional imports of key commodities like rice. Finance Chief Benjamin Jokno said the government should import 3 million metric tons of rice to secure a 30-day buffer. Jokno also cited possible supply deficit for corn, sugar, pork, and fish. Transport groups Piston and Manibela end the supposed week-long strike against the PUV modernization program. The group said they cut short the strike since President Bongbong Marcos has promised that there will be no phase-out of traditional jeepneys. They added drivers and operators will not be required to join cooperatives before receiving a franchise. One News Now will be back with more stories at 5:30 p.m. I'm Angela Lagunsad. We are One News.